You already lived an entire life before the age of 3. You opened your eyes for the first time. You heard your mother's voice, learned faces, tasted food, fell down, cried, laughed, survived. And you remember absolutely none of it. Not your first word. Not your first step. Not a single complete moment. Which is deeply strange when you think about it. Because those years shaped everything you became. Yet they are almost completely erased. Most people assume the answer is simple. Your brain just wasn't developed yet. But that explanation is incomplete. And the real answer is far stranger. Because your baby brain was not failing to record your life. It was recording everything. Your memories existed. Your experiences existed. Your brain stored them temporarily. Then something destroyed them. In 1905, Sigmund Freud gave this phenomenon a name. He called it infantile amnesia. The mystery fascinated scientists for more than a century. Because babies clearly can remember things. We know this from experiments. In the 1980s, psychologist Carolyn Rovey Collier ran a bizarre study with infants. She tied a ribbon from a baby's ankle to a mobile hanging above a crib. When the baby kicked, the mobile moved. The babies quickly learned the connection. And they loved it. But the strange part came later. Days afterward, the same babies remembered the trick instantly. They started kicking immediately without relearning anything. Even 2-month-old babies could retain memories for days. Older infants remembered for weeks. So infant brains can absolutely learn. They can store information. They can recall experiences. Which creates a disturbing question. Where did those memories go? Scientists eventually discovered the first part of the answer deep inside the brain. A small structure called the hippocampus controls memory formation. It transforms experiences into memories you can replay later. Birthdays. Conversations. Embarrassing moments at 3 a.m. In adults, the hippocampus works with the prefrontal cortex like a recording system. It tags experiences and stores them long-term. But infant brains are still under construction. The wiring is incomplete. Key memory regions are still forming during early childhood. Connections between brain areas barely function efficiently yet. Your baby brain could create short-term memories, but struggled converting them into permanent ones. Which sounds like the answer. Except it isn't. Because scientists later discovered something even stranger. Something almost horrifying when you think about it. In 2014, neuroscientists in Toronto proposed a radical idea. What if your growing brain physically destroyed your memories? The theory sounded insane at first, but the evidence became difficult to ignore. During infancy, your brain creates new neurons at an explosive rate. This process is called neurogenesis. Your hippocampus constantly rewires itself while you grow. New cells integrate into existing circuits nonstop. And every new connection disrupts older ones, including the circuits holding your memories. Scientists tested this idea on mice. The results were shocking. When researchers increased neurogenesis in adult mice, the mice started forgetting things. Memories they had already learned suddenly weakened. But when scientists slowed neurogenesis in infant mice, those infant mice retained memories far longer than normal, which revealed a terrifying possibility. Your baby brain was not too weak to remember. It was too busy growing. The same process building your brain was also erasing the memories inside it. Your earliest experiences were overwritten by development itself. But then the mystery becomes even stranger, because memory requires more than neurons. It requires a self. To form autobiographical memories, you must understand that experiences are happening to you. Babies do not fully understand this at first. Before roughly 18 months, infants do not recognize themselves in mirrors. They treat reflections like other children. Then suddenly something changes. They recognize the face as their own. And remarkably, this moment aligns with the earliest age humans begin forming lasting personal memories. In other words, part of the reason you cannot remember being a baby is because there was barely a you yet. No inner narrator existed organizing experiences into a personal story. And there was one final missing piece: language. Before speech, your memories existed mostly as raw sensations and emotions. Sounds: light, fear, warmth, movement. But language gives memories structure and permanence. Without words, experiences become difficult to preserve across time. Your brain was not simply forgetting your early life. It was destroying and rebuilding itself until the person called you finally emerged from the process.